Hello my friends, we are here back at Six Flags Great Adventure, and this time it's not for Fright Fest but for HallowFest, which I think might be some amalgamation of one of the very first events that Six Flags had and then Fright Fest on top of that. Makes sense that they wanted to separate those two things. So before we begin with the emergence, which happens at 6 o'clock, which is pretty soon, and that's when all of the scare actors are supposed to come out and stuff. One point of order, over at the Main Street Market, they already have Jersey Devil merchandise out. I saw a nano coaster, some shirts, water bottle, shot glasses, basically the works for that, which is unfortunate that they had that on hand because they were supposed to open that up this year, and we're gonna wait until next year for that. But waiting now for the scare actors to come out to the scare zones. We're going to do a quick tour of the entrances to the houses. There's only 3 this year, unfortunately, the ones that are outdoors. And then in addition to that, there is some roaming entertainment, nothing like Dead Man's Party, which I definitely miss this year, but I invite you to come along. Let's go check this out. I gotta tell you, I kind of miss the smell of the fog here. I used to hang out and watch like people in the scare zones last year, and maybe we'll get to do that a little bit tonight when it gets a little darker. The emergence wasn't quite what I was picturing, but I had no basis of comparison with the Awakening happening last year and it being a whole little parade and stuff like that. And they got these scarecrows over here. Hey, on stilts. This is amazing. And so that should begin everything here. Our first scare zone of the evening is Scarecrow Street, which I only saw a scarecrow. They have added and not gone quite as crazy with the decorations around the fountain. See some scarecrows, about 4 or 5 of them around the fountain, but where's that hopping scarecrow? He hopped away. Oh, hello. I see. We're off to a good start here. He quietly snuck up on me. So I found the guy. He's over there on stilts and kind of hopping around and stuff, which is pretty cool. But then I realized that guy that snuck up on me, he's actually doing a routine over here, which is amazing. I forgot there is going to be entertainment just kind of sporadically thrown around where the performers can find the space to do it. And he just kind of picked like right in the middle of this alleyway to do it, which is kind of awesome. How about that? That's not something that I expected to see tonight. And I did hear some drums somewhere, so I'm imagining the performers from Blood Drums are doing something as well in kind of this format where they find some space and then they do a little routine. How awesome. Beside me over here is the line for the maze pickup for the passes. To my knowledge, there isn't like a season pass or anything like that, but if you are a Diamond or Diamond and Elite member, you do get 1 maze per visit, which ain't too bad. If you wanted to do all 3 of the mazes that are here, it is $20. I'm going the wrong way. We're gonna venture on over towards the entrance of the first house. So I'm here at the entrance to Apocalypse, which I believe is only running from dusk till the end of the evening. It's right next to the Cyborg Spin and the Justice League ride, which is actually open. I think it opened only a week or 2 ago, which is nice to see. But I forgot that when I was preparing this little tour that because they're outdoors, these mazes or houses, I don't know what to really call them because everybody uses them kind of interchangeably. I forgot that these would not be open just yet. So first, let's go check out what's going on in Clown Town, I think it's called. Let's see. The sunset is actually looking pretty cool. I'm going to be very interested to see what attendance is like, what the lines are like for these different mazes. There's only 3 of them, so that's kind of funnel all of the crowd into these areas. So I'll do like another little sweep because they're all pretty much in a cluster. There's one right here, then there's Wicked Woods on the other side, and then I forget what the other one is called. It got rethemed to something else, I forget what it's called. But we're gonna come up here on Clown Town in a minute, which was formerly last year the Demon District. And sadly right over here I'm looking at what was known as the Demon District Arena and home to Dead Man's Party. Definitely gonna miss that this year, but we're gonna keep moving on here to Clown Town. That third maze that I forgot the name of all of a sudden is called Mama's Farm. and I'm forgetting what it was called before. I'm sure many of you already know and can let me know in the comments. But we're coming up here on Clown Town, which looks like it's all the stuff that used to be over by the boardwalk adapted into this area, which used to be Demon District. I see off in the distance there, that is the big inflatable clown that they used to have up by the entrance, which obviously because the entrance has changed so much, they, with the security, they had to move it over here. Oh, that looks awesome. There are a lot of clowns. I wonder how this place is going to look at night. Oh, here's one of my favorite clowns ever. Amazing. Oh, more clowns. Oh, she's giving me side eye. I wonder if we got more clowns here. Oh, I see a contortionist over there. Let's go check that out. Oh. Ooh. Funky. What on earth? I think he gave up his bones. Oh. Holy. That was amazing. There's just clowns everywhere. It's like paradise for me. Oh, this is gonna be so creepy at night. I spotted some places where they have like the laser lights and stuff like that. This is gonna look great. All right, what do you say we keep moving on? Oh, is that a break dancer? What? Surprising and awesome. Let me see if I can get in front here before he starts. Oh, there he goes. Oh, I think we're gonna, not breakdancing, but Chinese yo-yo. It's going about like 20 feet in the air there. It's impressive. Huh. Nice. This is awesome. The performance, like the random performers are amazing, as is that clown coming out of the fog. Shouts to her. Now, to my knowledge, there aren't any parts of the park that are closed. Normally that's reserved for holiday in the park, where they kind of condense operations. And I'm certain that they'll be open like the entire night, depending on the weather, obviously. But that being said, the most impressive and surprising thing to me is that entertainment that's kind of scattered. We had that contortionist, and then somebody was doing Chinese yo-yo, and also breakdancing. Like, that's really cool. And also I have this sunset behind me, which kind of looks fun. But I'm gonna start heading over to the one indoor experience that they have. I believe it's called Reflections of the Dead. So it looks like there are multiple locations that are selling the Hallow Maze passes, and once you get your tickets, you can head on over here to Reflections of the Dead. I believe this is like a mirror maze type of thing, so no scare actors inside. You'll kind of be able to social distance, I'm sure. I'm gonna just walk on over to the sign real quick. Yeah, so here's a little bit more of the info. I think this kind of confirms that it's a mirror maze. which is cool. That means there's no scare actors inside, easy to social distance, and that's why they can do this experience indoors. All right, not bad. And being that it's one of the only experiences open right now since the sun has not gone down, I'm surprised the line is this short. So I do want to kind of just remind you guys that this is going to be a quick overview of all the things that have been added on for HallowFest in addition to all of the regular offerings in the park. And I leave it up to you whether or not you think it's worth it to come on out here. And also a reminder that all the mazes here are an upcharge after the regular admission. All right, so starting this off again, instead of coming from the side, come directly across from the fountain here, and there is District 6 Untamed, which I guess this is officially the entrance, which is a lot more impressive than coming in from the side. And I wonder, these over here, like these things are all lit. I do see there's lasers coming directly at us. And Elsa is getting a photo with the demons. Amazing. Oh, there goes some friends here. Huh. Oh, I like this one. I like this one. Wonder what'll happen when they realize they're on camera. Okay. Trying to see if we have any other performers. That hula hooper is still going. That looks exhausting, to be honest. But the little girl here is kind of really impressed by it. I like that. There's some fun things going on here. I like it. So District 6 was okay. I think that that's a place that's going to really come alive when it is nighttime. So I think I've kind of set myself in for doing a quick loop through the scare zones after we do the tour. All right, here we go. There's a backstory for this one. How about that? I don't think I've noticed if there was one for the other scare zones, but this one is cursed by the Jersey Devil. The downed bride Guinevere has haunted the Great Lake for more than 100 years. So this one actually only operates from dusk through park closing. Huh. Well, let's go check it out anyway. Ooh. I see somebody. I see if maybe a new friend. Oh, they're in the cemetery. I see one guy over here. Oh, he went away. Ooh. So this is how they're doing it socially distant, I guess. They're keeping them back beyond everybody. Oh, I just saw somebody right here. Okay, I can dig that. Here goes somebody. Looking over to the side here, it's a little hard to walk, and I might just stop for this person. Ooh, so quiet. Oh man. Oh man, I didn't even see her there. Amazing. Let's see if we can get this person. This spooky person back here. Oh my goodness, I'm not used to so much attention. Oh gosh. Well, after accidentally getting a face full of fog right there, I didn't expect that, but it used to be without all of this and this, those scare actors would be kind of right in there with you, and it was really cool. Here, unfortunately, they've been forced to kind of put them back so they can do the socially distanced scaring, which is very responsible. I am very pleased with the responsibility of all these zombies and other spooky creatures. I don't know if any of you have tried to juggle pins before, but it is difficult. And this is amazing. So it's nice to see that they have plenty of scare actors. I know that typically on Saturday nights, that's when they have the most scare actors. It's basically the busiest. Friday nights is okay, and Sunday nights typically are a little dead in terms of how many actors there are. It feels like on Saturdays, though, things really come to life. So I'm reserving a lot of my night videos for Saturdays during HallowFest. So I've walked here down by the entrance to Frontier Adventures. I'm going to keep on walking, and this is the entrance to Wicked Woods, which, just like Apocalypse, is only going to be open from dusk until park closing. Right back there. I remember this one being pretty amazing. I don't know if the camera will pick up the bits of purple in the background, but basically they light up the woods with some very, very creepy lighting, and it's between that and the fog, it's something else. And once again, this is part of like the Hallow Maze thing, so you have to get a pass for it. So while I'm here with the beautiful golden hour glow of El Toro behind me, I see that there's no scare zone over by the Frontier Adventures where they used to have like cowboys and stuff like that. It was really nice, but it did at times feel pretty empty, even last year when things weren't, you know, like this. But that all being said, this looks mighty pretty, doesn't it? There is a gate up with the wild walkway, which looks like it's supposed to be the queue to to Mama's farm. Looks kind of eerie back there, all by itself, doing nothing, just looking spooky. But right now, it is blocked off, unfortunately. Kind of doing this a little backwards here, but I started over there to kind of understand if this was actually blocked off completely and I had to go all the way around, or if this would eventually open. It looks like this eventually will open, because here's the sign, Mama's Farm. Mama welcomes you to her nightmarish homestead of half-human, half-animal mutants. Explore the backcountry if you dare. And again, you need to have the Hallow Maze Pass. So what do we have here? We have 3 outdoor mazes, the 1 indoor mirror maze, all an upcharge. We have the scare zones. We have entertainment kind of peppered throughout all of that. Then we have all of the rides and everything that are still open. So I feel like it's a decent balance, because I think right now the discounted tickets to just get in is $45, and then you can probably find a coupon or something like that to bring it down a little. And in addition to that, the mazes would be $20. So with there being only 3, I don't know what the crowds are going to be like. That's going to be the kind of big thing. Are you going to be able to actually do that with all the socially distanced stuff? Because it does tend to make the lines a little bit longer than they need to be because of the social distancing and having to pulse it. However, one thing about that is that it's a lot more fun to go through those things alone than kind of being in that conga line that can tend to happen. So if you're pulsed just as each party, that means you're by yourself, and these scare actors will have time to reset multiple times and get you, you know? So I think that there's some positives, I think there's some negatives, but overall, I don't know. It's hard to say without the entertainment, because the entertainment used to be so robust. There used to be 3 big offerings, especially with Dead Man's Party. So trying to compare it to last year is really hard to do. I just like that there's something right now, anything Halloween to enjoy, because so many things have been canceled. That's kind of my take on it right now, but let's fast forward when it is dark, and we're gonna hit up those scare zones one more time. All right, guys, I think it's plenty dark now. Let's go back through the Lady of the Lake Cemetery. Thankfully, I found a little light here, but that was a lot different at night. I really liked it. We're gonna keep heading on over now to District 6. So District 6 was kind of okay. I don't know. I think the way that the scare actors are funneled into that one main drag, and there's not really much going on in front of the Joker. It's kind of a miss there, because that could be a really good area. And then this Scarecrow Street around the fountain and down towards the big wheel here. I really like that one, and if you can hear it in the background, there are some drums going on as well. So appreciate the entertainment in addition to it being kind of like the main scare zone, and kind of getting everybody's appetites wet for all of this stuff. But Lady of the Lake so far has been my favorite. Then we're gonna head over to Clowntown now, and I think we're gonna be close to calling it. All right, so I think that's going to do it for me here, the very first night of HallowFest at Six Flags Great Adventure. I think the ambiance is right. I think they got a lot of the things right here. Unfortunately, you know, there's a lot of constraints with doing all the scaring, socially distanced scaring. I never thought I would see such a thing, but it's here. If you would like to experience a little bit of Halloween this year, I know that I am grateful that they were able to come up with something, because I was afraid Fright Fest was going to be canceled altogether. So it's nice to get a taste of something this year. And I'll be searching for other events, but in the meantime, guys, I hope this little tour helped. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you go make your own adventure. Bye.